Hey everyone, it's Megan with the CraftyPlannerLovR here. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome here if you're new. Today we're going to be going into part 2 of my clay things that I have made for the craft fair slash things that I'm selling for, you know, just in general. If you guys missed part 1, you can check out the cards right here. I will also have it linked at the end of this video. It was all of my generic and Disney related charms, but today we're going to go through all of the charms that I made that are holiday, like Halloween, Christmas, fall themed. This is the little box that I keep them in. It's just a photo storage box that I got from, you know, my local craft store. And inside it, I have all of the charms that I have made. As you can see, we have all of the holiday and craft things. So if you missed part 1, like I said, it'll be linked at the end of this video. But let's go ahead and get into the things that I made that are holiday related. Okay, so this is my pile of things. This is my pile of Halloween things, and then this is my pile of Christmas slash holiday things. I'm going to go through those in a second, but I wanted to start with the Halloween items. These items mainly we're going to be showing because I'm selling these obviously, but also a lot of these are probably not going to sell during the craft fair because it will be during the Christmas season, and I'm sure people don't want Halloween stuff, but I thought I would show you anyway because I still like them and I'm going to sell them anyway, so let's just show you what I did. Okay, so the first thing that I have to show you are these pumpkin dangle earrings. I love these. These are so fun. I think I'm going to do a couple more of these just because these were, like I said, they were really fun to make, and I think that if I made them in like white, I feel like they would be really like popular for just the holiday season, not specifically Halloween related. So this is what those look like. I only made one pair of those, but I'm hoping to make some more in the future. Then I have these guys. I have 2 sets of these actually, and I'll show you the other set in a second. Mom has the other pair. But they are Mickey bat earrings, and so one has orange Mickey head with a green bow, and then one is green Mickey head with an orange bow. I thought those were really cute. And then this is the other pair that I made, which, like I said, these are for Mom, and she just wanted a pair just for fun, so I made her the same orange pair. These are different orange colors, as you can tell. The orange is a little darker here, but she wanted ones without any Mickey bows on them too, so that's those for Mom. Then I also have a Mickey ghost, and it is in a keychain form. It's really thick. This was my first version of these, but this is what it looks like. He's really cute and fun, and I like him, so I thought he'd be, you know, something cute to have for your bag or something. So we have those, and then I also made another version of the keychain, and this one is just plain. He's like an off-white color. This one is a white color. This one's off-white. I just thought I would experiment with the colors here. So there's that one. Again, same kind of thing, except for this one has a little lobster clasp rather than a keyring clasp. So we have that, and then I made another pair of ghost earrings. This is just with some of my leftover clay. I love them. They are studs, so they look like that, and I think they are really fun. They are very Halloween-y, so I don't know. I like them. I like the ghost one. I think I might make some more of them, but I'm not sure. This one here that I made, which are ghost dangles, I think are probably my favorite. I love these. I've seen them like floating around on the internet for a while, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make my own. And so I, you know, I used the cutter for the ghost, but I hand carved the pumpkins and the hat. I just thought it was really cute, and I thought they would be really fun for the holidays. So yeah, that's my little section of things. And then I also have a couple more with the same color here. I made some Boo earrings, and you guys saw these in my last video where I did a pair of Boo earrings that were just plain black. So I made these in studs, and I don't know, I like how they look. I think they're fun, and I think that they go really well with these, you know, maybe as a set. I'm not sure. Then I wanted to make a Boo ring. So this is an adjustable ring, and it's on a little base here, and yeah, I thought I would experiment with making rings too, just to see how I like them. So we have that one, and then I also made the same thing in a necklace because my sister was like, Megan, those are really big as earrings. You should make them as necklaces. So I was like, all right. So I made it with just the same thing, but I did with a gold chain and a silver chain, and I thought, you know, they would be fun, you know, a necklace, not too bad. I like it. I don't know. I just, you know, I'm hesitant, but I like it. Then I also made some cats. I'm gonna make these in a couple of different colors because I feel like these are just generic, but I put them in the Halloween section because technically they're Halloween. So I made a pair of black and white ones, so they're just plain. And then because they're in the Halloween section, because of this pair, which is a pair of black ones with orange bows, I just thought, you know, it would be fun to make some cats, so I have those. And then that is everything that I have for my Halloween section. Pretty chill. There's not too much here, but I thought it would be fun to make a couple of Halloween themed items just to experiment with the cutters that I have. So that's the Halloween section. Now we're gonna get into the holiday and Christmas section. Alright, so the first ones that we have are these. Mom loves these. She said that these are probably some of her favorites that I've done. These are just peppermint earrings. I made them into dangles, so this is what they look like. They're the same on both sides, but I think I'm going to make some more of these, probably a little bit smaller. But we have some peppermint little dangle earrings. I don't know, I like them. I think they're fun. Then I also made this. Now I was just experimenting with the color red. I had some left over because you'll see I did a lot of red. And I was just experimenting, kind of seeing what I wanted to use. And I made some of these like Christmassy earrings. I like them. They're fun. I think they turned out pretty cool, and I don't know. I just thought that they would be interesting to wear for the holidays, especially if you're not into Christmas. Then I went with more of like this color. I wanted to try my hand at making some like dangles, so I made this pair of like red, green, and black and white earrings, and I like them a lot. I think they turned out really fun. I'm really glad with the beads that I added to it, but it's just one-sided, so this is what it looks like, and I thought that they would be fun to just have for an experimentation. These two are probably going to be one of a kind ones because they were kind of hard to make, but I don't know, I liked them. I was using the circular cookie cutters because I had a lot of extra red clay, and you'll see why in a second, but I had a lot of red clay left over, and I thought I might as well experiment. So we have that, and then we have these. These are probably one of my favorites. Mom is going to want a pair of these. These are just Mickey heads, Santa. They're just Santa Mickeys, and I think that these are really cute. And I had a lot of fun creating these, and they're, I don't know, I love them. There's something about them that just makes me really happy. I don't know if you can tell, and I'm trying to make sure the camera will focus. It's going. If you can't tell, there is texturing on the belt to make it look fuzzy, and I'll show you a little better example in a second when you see the hat. But this is what it looks like. I'm really happy with it. I think it's cute, but I was like, okay, well, I shouldn't make all Mickey, right? Because Mom was telling me you don't need to make a lot of Mickey, you don't need to make too much Mickey, and I was like, okay. So I just used circle cutters, and I made this pair, and I really love it. I don't have any more of this bead, unfortunately, but I really like how this looks. I think they're very cute, and I'll probably make some studs of just this, but for earrings, I think these are exciting. I don't know, I like them a lot. So we have that pair, and then again, I was, you know, had some leftover of the belt and all of that stuff, so I made these. Okay, I'm just gonna show you. They are Mickey Santa hats, and I absolutely freaking love them. They're so stinking cute, and I'll show you a little bit more of what I was talking about with that fuzziness, if my camera will focus with the glare, but let's see if I can tap it to focus. If you can't tell, there is like a little fuzziness going on here, and I had a lot of fun creating that texture. At the back there's not really any texture to it, but I had a lot of fun creating that texture and making it look like a fuzzy hat. So that is this pair here. I love these, and I'm going to be making more of them, and I'm going to make some for myself because obviously. And then my final thing to, like, I rolled out a really long piece of this white fuzziness and textured it, and I had extras, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make some of those bows, because if you guys remember, I made the bow marbled ones, and I really liked how they turned out. So I decided to make some more. So I have 2 pairs of bow studs, and I'll show you what they look like a little bit closer up. And I can show you a little bit more of that fuzziness. So if it'll focus, my battery is flashing, so I don't know when the camera's gonna cut off, but that's what the fuzziness looks like. That's a good like view of what it looks like. And you can kind of see how I outlined the bow as well. I don't know where my camera cut off, but basically I was showing you the fuzziness, and but I made it look like a sugar cookie. So I have 2 pairs of those, and then I also have a pair of dangles because I couldn't help myself. I had to make some dangles as well. So I've got 3 pairs of those total. Then I went a little bit crazy with my fuzzy experimentation, and I decided to make a pair of fuzzy, like wintry kind of things. This is why I said winter and not specifically just Christmas, because I made this pair of earrings. They are dangles. I don't know if I'm going to continue to make these or not, but I really like how they turned out, and you can kind of tell the fuzziness really well on these 2 circles here. And then I loved them so much, I love doing that so much, that I made more earrings. So I made 2 pairs of these snowman dangles. They both have different faces. I don't know if you can tell. One has a smile and one just has just the face, like just the eyes and the nose. And they are dangles. They are studs. So they're both studs. And this is what they look like up close. I'm going to get them. You can definitely tell the fuzziness effect on these ones specifically, because I had such a fun time with these. These are actually one of the only clay items that I only did 2 layers of glaze rather than 3. Actually, maybe I did 1 layer. So if you can tell the shininess between these 2, right? So this one is super shiny, super glossy. This one's not as shiny, not as glossy. So now you can see the difference between multiple layers of clay, or of glaze. So I had those, and then I was like, you know what? I should make some where the face is here. So I did 2 pairs of those. These are also studs. Mom was like, Megan, they don't look alike. And I was like, no, they're 2 different pairs of earrings. They're not supposed to look alike. They're also like, you know, it's one of a kind of thing. So they're the same, but they're different. You know what? They have like slight differences. It's not made from a company, so of course they're going to be different. But I like these. I can't decide which ones I like more. I kind of like these ones more, the ones without the face and the ones with the face on the top piece, but I like both of them the same. I think they're still really fun. But y'all, I have to be honest with you. I have a pair of earrings that I really like, or a pair of Christmas things that I made that I really like even more than all of these. And that's my Little Debbie Christmases. I made so many of these, y'all. It's not even funny. I have 1, 2, 5 pairs of earring hoops and 1 pair of studs. I love these so much. So this is what the studs look like. If you know what I'm talking about when I say Little Debbie Christmas trees, these are super popular. They were popular last year, and they were probably the year before, and I was like, you know what? I have to make my own. I have to do this. So I have actually a cookie cutter that looks like this, and I had so much fun creating it, and this is what this one looks like. It is, like I said, they're studs, and I love them, and so I'm gonna have to make more of them, okay? But like I said, I have 5 pairs of the earrings. So this is my first pair with the hoops, because I wasn't quite sure how I wanted to do it, and you'll see what I mean when I say first pair with the hoops. This pair here, and then I did another batch with a little bit of a darker color. So I don't know if you can tell. Why are you not flipping around? There we go. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but this red is a little bit more vibrant than this one. This one's a little darker. So I'll move it a little closer so you can see. So that's all 3 of them. The hoops with this kind of clasp. It's a bail on the back. And then I moved into where I was like, okay, well, I made those kind. So now I'm going to make ones with them embedded into the clay rather than added on to the back. So that's what these look like. I really like them. I think they turn out really cute. Y'all know how much I love Little Debbie snacks if you know me at all. So I thought, yes, I made too many, but I don't care. So then I also had some little bit left over, so I made a dangle. And this is actually a cell phone strap, and I made quite a few of these, and I'm very excited to show you guys the rest of them when I show my beadable pins in another video. But this is what it looks like. This is the beadable, or not the beadable, oh my gosh, the cell phone strap. So what you do with them is you can hook them. So this is my iPhone. You can hook them onto like this part where your camera is, and you can have them dangle there, or you can hook them where your phone silencer is. I don't know what the correct term is, but or you can hook it down here underneath where your speaker is, but that's just a way of using them, and I really love these. I think they are so freaking cute. Like, look at how adorable that is. Wouldn't this be so cute to have on your phone? Just sitting on your phone, like, you're just like, oh, you know, in a meeting at work or something, and someone's like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. Yeah, thanks. It's handmade. I don't know. I'm just saying. So that's what this looks like. I'm really happy with it. And the cool thing about the cell phone straps is you can actually unhook them. I did it so where you could, if you wanted to create it into a paper clip charm, like a planner clip. So let me get one of mine out. So I made it where you can unhook this right here. I'm gonna get a little closer. You can unhook the lobster clasp right there, and then say you wanted to have this on your planner, you just take your planner clip, whatever kind of paper clip you have or whatever, and you hook it there, and then you can put it into your planner and have it dangle just like that. Or if you wanted it to hang off of your clasp, my friend Gail, who is the planning girl, she has one of the ones that I've made her, she has it hanging from here, which is really cool. So if you decided to do that, you could totally, you could customize it basically, which is what I really like about these. So that is why I made it that way. So that way you could have the option to customize it if you wanted to, where you don't have to necessarily make it a phone strap thing. You know what I'm saying? Do you understand? Yeah, I'm sure you do. And that is everything that I've made so far. I say that with an asterisk because I'm going to be making a lot more holiday items. I have a lot of things that I want to create, but this is everything that I've made so far for the craft fair or to sell. If you're interested in getting any of these, all you have to do is check out the description box below. The shop link is going to be there, and I know it's Facebook, but if you are wanting to purchase any of them, you can check that out. If you don't have a Facebook and you're just able to look at it through, the link, and you still want something, comment down below, let me know which one, and we can talk about it, or you can message me on Instagram. That's fine too. I don't have an official shop because I'm just starting out, but hopefully I'll be able to actually have a shop. I know that Etsy is kind of hard right now, but I'm really excited about this. I have a lot of fun creating and making things. I know I'm not the best. I know I'm not perfect, but I think that with more experience and more practice, I will get better. Not all of these are very expensive. Literally $5 is what I've been having the Mickey earrings as. So if that is a price that you are, comfortable with paying, obviously that's not including shipping, but with just the prices are listed in each of the pictures. Actually, I can show you guys what it looks like so you can see. This is what it looks like. My page is CraftyPlannerLovR Creations, so it's very easy. And all you do is you can look at, this is what I have at the current moment of me recording this video. I just listed the Mickey earrings. It says prices and captions, shipping calculated after the order is placed. So if you get more, then obviously the shipping is going to be more. I have my PayPal information on there, and then you click on the photos and you can see exactly what items are on sale. I have them up close. These are all ones that you guys have already seen, so you can scroll through those. Then I have the Halloween earrings, which again, you guys literally just saw all of those. They're all $5. The ghost earrings are $6, so again, not super expensive. And then I also have some of my dangles, which you guys are getting a sneak peek of, and you can see what all of them look like in more detail. But this is just literally everything that I have so far. I am obsessed with how they look. And I hope you guys are interested in seeing what everything is. If you like this video and you want to see more from me, you can check out all of the clay things that I make. I have an old video of some older clay charms that I've created. It is in the Polymer Clay Charms collection video, if you guys want to see that. Keep in mind, that was 5 years ago, so I have improved since then. I really hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out the description box, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Craft on! Bye, guys.